Hello, I'm Coach Natalie, and welcome to this episode of Jiu Jitsu for Dummies. Well, we're continuing on with leg lassos, and now we're going to learn the first of two sweeps. And today we're learning what we call the slingshot sweep or the catapult sweep. So let's check it out. Okay, let's break it down. We're starting with the leg lasso. Turn to the side, through, around, trap, square up. Now, my right leg, I'm going to actually put underneath my left leg. At the same time, I'm cutting an angle. Next, I'm pulling my dummy on top of me. If this was a real person, we call this kuzushi, off balancing. It also makes it easier to grab their leg. I'm gonna grab their leg, and certainly if they're not leaning on their legs, their pants are easier to grab. The last thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna toss them in this direction, the direction of the trapped arm. And obviously, when you get to side control or a variety of other submissions or positions. Let's do it one more time. Again. Square up. Now, I'm going to release my right foot off of their left bicep and put it underneath my left foot. At the same time, I'm kind of cutting an angle and balancing them, pulling them towards me. That allows me to get a little bit of a grip of their leg. The last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to dump them in the direction of the trapped arm. Obviously, once they're on the ground, we can put them to side control, that kind of thing. So, there are some mistakes that people can make, but in this case, really only two mistakes. Now, the first mistake would be failing to pull them onto my shins. If I let my dummy, especially if they're a real person, lean back on their haunches, they're going to have what we call base, kind of a center of gravity. If I could pull them forward, they don't have that base. They're off balanced. Second, I have pretty short arms. By pulling them towards me, it makes it easier for me to grab their pant. And the last thing would be, I am going to dump them to the floor. If I was to dump this person straight over me, their arm, they could post over my head and they could catch themselves. So it's really important when I off balance them that I'm actually dumping them straight onto their side, because, you know, I've trapped their arm, they can't use it to post, they can't use it to save themselves. So do it one last time. Grab the sleeves. I'm going to take my right foot, put it underneath my left foot, cut a corner, and pull them onto my shins. That's also making their pants a lot more accessible. And then I'm gonna dump them over onto their side. But as I said, remember, you want to dump them towards the side with the trapped arm, not over your head where they could, you know, post their hand out and keep from falling. Well, thank you very much for learning. We have one more simple sweep that we'll be learning from the leg lasso. So hope you check it out. In the meantime, thank you again for joining me for this episode of Jiu Jitsu for Dummies.